Hey guys, I decided to make a video today about 2 years after quitting smoking. I intended to make this video about a month ago because on the 6th of February it was 2 years since I quit smoking. So I sat down and I wrote down a few things and I thought about how I feel after 2 years after quitting, and obviously when it comes to my body, health and everything, I feel much better. I'm just the happiest person that I quit smoking. And the first thing is I would never ever go back. When I think about it now, it's like, first thing is the struggle of trying to give up smoking, trying to be a slave of cigarette. I would never go back to it. Like, I've got a free choice. I choose not to smoke. I'm not addicted to anything, so this is the main thing. I would never ever go back. After 2 years, I can tell you that I would never go back to smoking again. Next thing is cigarettes sting for me. The smell is unbearable, and this is absolutely true. If I pass by a person who smokes at that time and I can smell it, it is absolutely disgusting. If a person who just had a cigarette gets on the bus and sits next to me or just passes by, you know what, I think as well the sense of smell is like after you like sharpens after you quit smoking. So I could smell, actually I live in a block of flats and I live on the top floor, on the 3rd floor, and there's a lady who lives downstairs on the ground floor, and she smokes a lot. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, even when the windows are closed, I swear I can smell it. It's just my sense of smell is just so sharp, if you know what I mean. And I hate the smell of cigarettes. I just absolutely hate it. I don't even know how I could have done it, how I could smoke. Next thing is I became a very bad anti-smoker. I became a person who I hated these people when I used to be a smoker. I'm that person who would be like, when are you going to give up smoking? When I see someone going out to smoke, when are you going to, like, which cigarette is it? How many do you smoke a day? It's like I want to change everyone. I want everyone to give up because I really want everyone to see, because I've been there, and I really want them to feel how it is to be free of all that, and how not to be addicted, how not to crave a cigarette. And it does become easier with time. Next thing is I don't think about smoking at all, and I really don't. As I said, after a while it gets much easier. So people who are at the beginning of this journey of giving up, of quitting, they need to understand that it does get easier day by day. It was easier last year, but now I don't even think about cigarettes. The only time when I think about cigarettes is when I pass by and I smell a cigarette and I think like, oh, it's disgusting. So this is the only time. I hardly ever sit and saying like, oh, I wish I had a cigarette right now. No, my life has completely changed. You get a new routine. You know when you've got this routine when you smoke. When you don't smoke, you get a new routine and you don't even think about the old one. And I think it's like when you give up, it's like you don't really want to remember it. You just sort of want to erase this time of your life and don't even think about it. I regret I didn't quit earlier. Skin would be better, less wrinkles, skin wouldn't be that thin, and I sometimes get acid reflux. And these are the things that you need to think about, that some things you can't undo these things. When it comes to the skin, obviously my skin got much better, but there are some stuff like, I don't know, like little wrinkles or something like that you have to think about it, that comparing to people who never smoked, like, their skin is much better than mine. And I wish I didn't, because I can't fix it anymore like that. Another thing is acid reflux. I used to have it like quite a lot, because you see smokers, I was reading about it once, so when you've got esophagus and you've got stomach and you've got the sphincter, I think it's called, in between, that should close once the food goes to your stomach. But smokers, this thing relaxes, so the food goes sort of back, and that's when you get heartburn and stuff like that. I don't really get it much, often at the moment, but you see, these are some things that it can't really be fixed, or at least I don't know, or I didn't search properly, but I think it can't really be fixed back. So think twice before because you can damage your health permanently just for the pleasure of smoking. I feel sorry for the people who smoke, and yes, I truly do, because I know what I've been through, how hard it is to give up. But I really wish they could understand that it does get easier. And I feel sorry because I know it's a struggle, but once you're through this initial terrible like sort of phase, it does become easier, and then you forget that you were a smoker, honestly. Next thing is, I wouldn't be with a smoker, and I wonder how my exes put up with this. Honestly, I used to have boyfriends who like weren't smokers. Like, I think probably like, you know, all of them, like most of them, they never, or maybe they sometimes smoked occasionally, some of them, but I've always dated like, or had boyfriends who never smoked. So I wonder, like, you know, how, because I wouldn't be with a smoker now. I'm so sort of strict about that I would not want to I don't know, lay down next to someone or kiss someone who just had a cigarette. And it's not like, you know, I used to smell of cigarettes, because obviously, like, you know, I use sprays and blah blah blah, all that stuff, so I didn't like stank of cigarettes. But it's still, a person who doesn't smoke can smell it on a person who smokes, because my sense of smell sharpened like enormously. Destroying health, can't go back. As I said before, there's some things that you can't sort of fix after you've done the damage, so think twice before. And the last thing is obvious: waste of money. I don't really have to explain this one. Why would you want to waste money on something that's not even healthy for you? And yeah, guys, so for all of you who are trying to give up, I keep fingers crossed, because I know how hard it is, but trust me, it gets easier day by day. So after 2 years, I can tell you honestly, that I would never ever go back to it, and I'm the happiest person alive. I'm the happiest person that I quit smoking, that I managed to do that, and I hate cigarettes right now. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If you have any questions, just type them below this video. And yeah, I wish you a fabulous day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.